The degree of resemblance between half sibs. The half sibs groups constitute the sire family since sire becomes the common parent. Clear? Half sibs किसको बोलते हैं? What is half sib? Who can say? आप तो बोलना चाहिए.
So one parent is common.
One parent is common. That means
One parent is common.
either sire or dam, any one of them will be the common. So it is very common in the animal herd. The sire may have thousands of offspring. Sire may have thousands of offspring. All have been produced through the progeny technology. Okay? Through artificial insemination technology. That means here all the offsprings, they may be the daughters, maybe the son or the daughter and son. All of them are half sibs because their dams are different, but sire is common. So all are called half sibs. So now the degree of resemblance between half sibs groups constitute the sire family. So why it is called sire family? Because sire is common. Since sire becomes the common parent, and covariance of half sibs is equal to variance of half of the breeding value of the common parent. Variance of half of the breeding value of the common parent. Common parent जो है उसका half हो जाएगा breeding value. Just remember in this covariance of half sibs, which is equal to 1/4 sigma square A, 1/4 sigma square A, and covariance of half sibs or sigma square is equal to sigma square S, that is sigma square the sire, and is equal to 1/4 VA. 1/4 sigma square A by 1/4 VA. You just remember this portion. That is, what is the, if I say what is the covariance of half sibs, you will say your answer will be 1/4 of the total adjunctive variance. Okay. So the degree of resemblance between half sibs, it is expressed as interclass correlation T, as you have said that sigma square, it is the ratio of sigma square B by sigma square B plus sigma square W, where sigma square B is the between variance component and sigma square W is the within variance component, but within progeny component. And it is also denoted as sigma square S by sigma square S plus sigma square W. Why it is sigma square S? Sigma square is the sire component of variance. So the covariance, this is again is equal to covariance of half sibs by sigma square P, because sigma square S plus sigma square W is equal to sigma square P, and covariance of half sibs is equal to 1/4 VA, and sigma square P is equal to VP. So it is 1/4 VA by VP. So the degree of resemblance between half sibs is equal to 1/4 VA by VP. You just remember this formula. Next, degree of resemblance between full sibs. Which full sibs? Who are the full sibs? Who can say?
Both the parents are common.
Parents are same.
बोलो, कोई एक बोलो.
Having common parents.
हैं? क्या बोल रहे हैं? दुर्गा, ना मोनिका, क्या बोल रहे हैं? बोलो. गजाला. ठीक है, बोलो.
Progeny having
common.
हाँ, progeny are the common नहीं. When both the parents are common.
Yes
father
sir.
and mother दोनों common है. Common क्यों है? मैंने शुरू से जी इतना बताया. हैं?
मतलब कॉमन है सर.
कॉमन है क्यों? दो प्रोजनी है, भाई बहन है, because both of them have received their genetic material from both the parents. फादर से भी दोनों आधा आधा लिया, मदर से भी दोनों आधा आधा लिया, और both फादर और मदर कॉमन हो गया. ठीक है ना?
Yes sir.
That means when both parents are common, then those offsprings, those progeny are called full sibs. So the degree of resemblance between full sibs, चलो क्या कैसे होगा देख लेते हैं. In case of full sibs, both parents are common. Mean genetic value of full sibs is equal to mean breeding value of both the parents. So, but ultimately you see that after calculation it is equal to half VA. Half VA. In case of half sib क्या था? that was 1/4 VA. Remember, the resemblance between half sibs was 1/4 VA, and the resemblance between full sibs is equal to half VA. This is the difference. So the degree of resemblance between full sibs, that is covariance of full sibs by VP. Degree of resemblance between full sibs is the correlation between full sibs, that is covariance between full sib by VP. So interclass correlation is equal to half VA plus 1/4 VD. इसमें जैसे variance of dominance deviation of two parents is 1/4 VD, and genetic covariance of full sibs is equal to that is covariance of full sibs is equal to half VA plus 1/4 VD. इसमें देखो एक डोमिनेंस डेविएशन पार्ट एक आ जाता है कॉमन फुल सिब में एक डोमिनेंस डेविएशन आ जाता है इन द न्यूमरेटर में because the and along with the half VA, so that's why the interclass correlation T will be equal to half VA plus 1/4 VD by VP. So the variance of dominance deviations of two parents is 1/4 of two parents, because both parents are common. That's why there will be some dominance effect of the genes between the both parents in the among the progeny. So that's why that dominance part is to be taken care of. So that dominance part is estimated as 1/4 VD. So in case of full sibs, so full sib में क्या होगा? फुल सिब में जो हम लोग एडिटिव वेरिएंस है, एडिटिव वेरिएंस के साथ साथ एक डोमिनेंस वेरिएंस भी साथ साथ चलते हैं, that also being inherited from parents to progeny, that's why in the numerator the covariance of full sibs will be equal to half V plus half 1/4 VD. This 1/4 VD is the additional part. Virtually this additional part is not, the dominance part is not transmitted as such. It is being developed after formation of the genotype. That's why in case of when we take the part of the estimation of the heritability, so the covariance of full sibs overestimate the heritability, because in case of numerator में इसका कुछ ज्यादा है. न्यूमरेटर में होना चाहिए था ओनली VA पार्ट होना चाहिए था, एडिटिव वेरिएंस होना चाहिए था, लेकिन in addition to additive genetic variants there is another part that is 1/4 of the dominance deviation variance. So due to this, the heritability, when we estimate the heritability of for a character from the full sib family, then estimate of heritability overestimates. That's why that will be less reliable than that of the method when we estimate the heritability from the covariance estimated from the half sibs. Next, the degree of resemblance between full sib is the correlation between full sib, that is covariance of full sib by VP. So interclass correlation T is equal to half VA plus 1/4 VD by VP. You see, in case of the half sibs, the interclass correlation T is equal to 1/4 VA by VP. इसमें 1/4 VA का साथ और कुछ नहीं है. But in case of full sibs, you say in the interclass correlation T is equal to half VA plus 1/4 VD. This is additional. This amount is not being transmitted. But and due to this presence of this, the numerator is greater. So as a whole, the heritability will be overestimated. So that now see the last table. Here we have given that in short. So phenotypic resemblance between relatives. First column see the kind of relatives. Second column is see the covariance. Third column is the degree of resemblance. And last column that is regression or the correlation. So relatives किस तरह का relatives? पहला जो relatives है देखिए offspring and one parent. In case of offspring and one parent, the covariance is cov OP is equal to half VA, and degree of resemblance is equal to cov OP by sigma square P, and degree of resemblance is measured in terms of the regression of offspring and parent, that is half VA by VP, half VA by VP. And in case of offspring and mid-parent relationship, the covariance of offspring with mid-parent is equal to half VA. It is similar to that of the offspring and one parent. But degree of resemblance, it is expressed as covariance of offsprings with the mid-parent by total phenotypic variance, total observed variance, the sigma square P, and the regression is that the regression of offspring and mid-parent is equal to half VA by VP, half VA by half VP, so half कट जाएगा, is equal to VA by VP, is equal to VA by VP. In case of half sibs, the covariance is equal to covariance of half sibs. This covariance of half sibs is equal to the 1/4 VA. The degree of resemblance is covariance half sib by sigma square P, and the interclass correlation T is equal to, here it is measured that in case of the half sib of full sibs, you see here it is the degree of resemblance is measured in terms of the interclass correlation, and in case of offspring and parent, so चाहे one parent हो चाहे mid parent हो, that is measured in terms of the regression. Clear? In case of full sibs, the half sibs, interclass correlation T is equal to 1/4 VA by VP, and in case of full sibs, that is covariance is measured by the covariance of full sibs is equal to half VA plus 1/4 VD. So the degree of resemblance is equal to covariance of full sibs by VP, and interclass correlation T is equal to half VA by half VA plus 1/4 VD by VP. So this is why we require to estimate all these degree of resemblance. Because as we have said, and always I am talking about the importance of VA, because this VA is separated out from the total variance, and VA stands for the variance of the breeding value. That breeding value part is only transmitted from parents to offspring, not others. चाहे वो VD part भी ट्रांसमिट नहीं होता है, VI भी नहीं होता है, एनवायरमेंट भी नहीं होता है. क्या ट्रांसमिट होता है पेरेंट्स टू ऑफस्प्रिंग? ओनली VA part. सो VA part किस तरह का रिलेशनशिप है, किस तरह का कैरेक्टर है. कैरेक्टर मींस द ट्रेट, दैट इज डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ ट्रेट्स है. सब ट्रेट का हेरिडिटी एस्टिमेट करना है. हेरिडिटी एस्टिमेट क्यों करना है? हेरिडिटी एस्टिमेट इसलिए करना है बिकॉज इट विल बी हेल्पफुल इन द सिलेक्शन प्रोसीजर. अगर जब चैप्टर देखेंगे, जब नेक्स्ट यूनिट 3 में जब सिलेक्शन एक चैप्टर है, तो सिलेक्शन में हम देखेंगे जब दैट इज यूज्ड, हेरिडिटी इज यूज्ड इन द सिलेक्शन प्रोसीजर. सो विद for a type of, depending upon the character, the heritability will, the magnitude of heritability will vary. Here I will just tell you that is VA by VP. VA by VP is the stands for heritability. What is heritability? So heritability is the that proportion of the total phenotypic variance which is due to additive effect of genes. Heritability is the proportion of the total phenotypic variance which is attributable to the average effect of genes. So A part means breeding value, or we can say average effect of genes. So this is called VA by VP is called heritability. So when we estimate the heritability from offspring and one parent, if the structure is like this, just imagine one sire is there. Okay, it is mated with 10 different dams. One sire mated with 10 different dams. Each dam produces one daughter. That means ultimately the sire is having 10 daughters, and one daughter from one dam, one daughter from one dam. So that means all these 10 daughters, they are called half sibs. They are called half sibs. So when we take the offspring and one parent, एक parent से हम लिए हैं, उसका parents का observation value, and the 10 offspring, उसका mean value. You take the mean value of all the 10 offsprings. Then if we say it is the X and Y, X is the parents and Y is the offspring, these are two variables, then we can easily estimate the covariance like this. covariance of OP or covariance of XY. So it is equal to half VA, and BOP is equal to half VA by VP, and VA by VP is equal to heritability. So that means that if you just estimate the BOP, that is regression of offsprings and parent, and it is multiplied by 2, then you will be equal to heritability. Clear? Again, we shall tell you in details in the next chapter, that is estimation of heritability. So this is all about this relatives. So we have seen different types of relatives. There are two different kinds of relatives are there. One is the direct relatives, and other is the collateral relatives. So the offsprings and parent, they are called direct relatives, and the half sibs and full sibs, they are called collateral relatives. So if it is there in this type, that is offspring and one parent, data structure may be like this, then you have to estimate the heritability from offspring and one parent VA by VP, and offspring and mid parent, then you can estimate the BOP, that is regression of offspring on parent, and you can estimate the directly VA by VP. But offspring and one parent, the estimation of heritability by offspring and one parent is better than the offspring and mid parent. Next, we will find the next chapter, that is estimation of heritability. So this is all about. Now, you just remember all these things. That is what are the types of relatives, and what is half sibs, what is full sibs, then what is the resemblance between relatives, and what is the degree of resemblance between relatives. The resemblance between relatives is estimated with the covariance. In case of the covariance of offspring and one parent, covariance of offspring and mid parent, covariance of half sibs, covariance of full sibs. So that is called resemblance between relatives. When we are talking about the degree of resemblance, that means the covariance will be divided by the total floating variance. That is the proportion of the total floating variance when expressed as the covariance. That is called degree of resemblance. That is called degree of resemblance. Okay. And in case of it is the degree of resemblance is different from differs from the type of relationship. If it is one offspring and one parent, then BOP is equal to half BA by P. If it is offspring and mid parent relationship is there, then BOP is equal to BA by VP. That means here BOP is equal to heritability. इसमें किसी को half by 1/4 से गुना नहीं करना है. But in case of half shifts, you see the interclass coefficient T is equal to 1/4 B by VP. That means B by VP is equal to heritability. That means for estimation of heritability, you multiply the T with the 4. That is T into 4 will be equal to heritability in case of half shift. Whereas in case of full shift, you see you cannot multiply the T with this. That is, you have to multiply by 4 the T, but here it is you are overestimated VD due to presence of VD in the numerator. That's why the estimation of heritability with half shift method is better than the full shift method, and estimation of the heritability from offspring and mid parent is also better. ठीक है, आप किसी को कोई पूछना है? Hello students. Hello.
Yes sir. No sir, कुछ नहीं पूछना है.
हाँ?
नहीं पूछना है सर.
अच्छा.
Thank you sir.
तो अगला जो क्लास है heritability, you must also attend heritability. And maximum question will come from that chapter, and that is very important chapter, heritability. And for estimation of heritability, all these steps are required. That's why I have completed this chapter. Okay.
सर इसका पीपीटी भेज दीजिएगा सर.
हाँ, आज दोनों भेज देते हैं आपको. अजित सर को भेज देंगे, अजित सर आपको दे देंगे. बिकॉज हमसे
सर डायरेक्ट आप ही ग्रुप में डाल दीजिएगा।
अच्छा हम कैसे भेजेंगे ये हमको स्टेप बताओ ये हम हमसे होता नहीं है।
सर जब आप इस फाइल पे जाइएगा ना, नहीं आप या फिर आप कंप्यूटर में व्हाट्सएप लॉगिन किए हैं सर?
कंप्यूटर में व्हाट्सएप,
हाँ व्हाट्सएप वेब सर्च कीजिएगा, ठीक है सर। तो कंप्यूटर पे आ जाएगा स्कैन करने के लिए, फिर मोबाइल में साइड में आता है व्हाट्सएप वेब वाला ऑप्शन।
हाँ।
तो जैसे ही स्कैन कीजिएगा आपका व्हाट्सएप कंप्यूटर पे अपीयर हो जाएगा, ठीक है सर।
ठीक।
और साइड में जहाँ जैसे डॉक्यूमेंट्स वगैरह भेजते हैं ना,
हाँ।
जैसे मोबाइल में साइड में क्लिक करने, चैट के बगल में एक वॉइस रिकॉर्डिंग होता है, उसके बगल में एक आता है ऑप्शन सर, वहाँ पे गैलरी डॉक्यूमेंट सारा रहता है। तो डॉक्यूमेंट पे क्लिक कीजिएगा ना, तो ये सारे डॉक्यूमेंट्स खुल जाएंगे, उसमें ये वाला पीपीटी सेलेक्ट कर लीजिएगा।
तो ये पीपीटी तो अभी है मेरे पास, एक पेन ड्राइव में है।
ओके सर,
तो इसको क्या
ठीक है।
है?
उसमें से डॉक्यूमेंट्स में जाइएगा तो ये सारे डॉक्यूमेंट्स भी खुलेंगे, मतलब एक्सटर्नल ड्राइव आएगा, एक्सटर्नल ड्राइव में जाइएगा और फिर ये मतलब सेलेक्ट एक बार करके देखिएगा। अगर नहीं
अच्छा
हुआ
ठीक है हम ट्राई करते हैं, अगर
सर,
नहीं होगा तो हम अजीत सर को भेज देंगे, अजीत सबको ट्रांसमिट कर देगा, ठीक है।
जी सर, जी सर। या फिर सर ईमेल पे भेजते हैं आप सर?
हाँ जीमेल तो भेजते ही है।
ठीक है सर, तो मेरा ईमेल पे लिख लीजिए मेरा ईमेल सर, हमको भेज दीजिए, मैं सबको भेज दूंगा।
अच्छा ठीक है बताओ।
हाँ सर, OMRUP।
आप व्हाट्सएप कर दो, तो मैं तो कोई
ओके सर, श्योर
कहीं मिस्टेक होगा तो नहीं हो पाएगा, व्हाट्सएप कर दो।
जी सर।
चलो ओके। भेजिए। है रूढ़। अरे तुम तो ऐसा तुम बनाया अपना ये, हाँ